So I have included an example that I'll be going over of how you're going to do it. And the first form in order for you to file a small claim is the SC100. This is the one that you're going to file. And I'll leave all the description down below, all the links and everything that you'll need. So right here for the Superior Court of California, here's you're gonna put the court that you're going to file the small claim, and this is how you're going to find it. The one that will help you. So you're gonna put the zip code of where the incident happened, whatever zip code where the incident happened, and then you're going to look at where it says small claims and get that address, and that's where you're going to place it here. And the case number, this will be given once you file the small claim. Once you go to this courthouse, the clerk is going to give you a case number and it's going to file this in as well. And the case name, you're going to put your last name versus the defendant's last name or the business. Okay. And then down here, number 1, that's you, because you're the one who's going to be suing. So you're gonna put your name, and right here in the example, I put Sofia Rodriguez, and you're gonna put in all your information right here, including your email address. Okay, and the defendant is the person who you are suing. So right here, you're gonna put let's say in this case, Sophia is suing her landlord, so she's gonna put in the landlord's name and information. If you're suing a company, or let's say the landlord has an LLC or anything, you're gonna put in the information. Let's say Smith has an LLC, so you're gonna put his LLC, which most likely, if your landlord has an LLC, you do the checks to that LLC. So let's say it's Smith LLC. That's what you're going to put in right here. And then it says, if the defendant is a corporation, limited liability, or public entity, list the person or agent authorized for service. So let's say Smith is an LLC. He has an LLC. You're going to put his information here. You're going to put Michael Smith, and you're going to be like the owner of Smith LLC, and then the address. And you could, by the way, find all these LLC information by on the web by looking up LLC, like finds LLC. It's gonna be in a government website. So that's I could include that in the description. Okay. So now we go down to number 3. Number 3 is, how much does that person that you're suing owe you? How much are you suing them for? Let's say your deposit is 1,500. You're going to put 1,500. And then the question that it asks is, why does the defendant owe you that money? So right here, you're going to give an explanation. Here, you're going to give an explanation of why that person that you're suing owes you that money. You know your situation better. Let's say you got into a car accident, and that person that you're suing is refusing to give you the damages. When did this happen? You're going to put, since this person right here is suing the landlord, she put 0830 because that's the day that she wanted to go ask for the money and he refused. If you got into a car accident or any day that the incident happened, that's the date that you're going to put. Okay. And then here, C is, how did you calculate the money owed to you? Right here, the deposit that I gave when I signed the lease is 1,500. And usually when you do lease, you have a contract, and make sure to keep that contract and take copies, because you're going to have to give this as evidence that proves why that person owes you 1,500. Or like the example that I gave you, let's say you got into a car accident. Ask that person, the mechanic, to give you an invoice. You go and you tell them, okay, this is the damages. Can you tell me a rundown of how much this is going to cost? And make sure that company does an invoice for you. Or whatever happened. Let's say your neighbor damaged something in front of your property and you're trying to sue them, then make sure to get a professional and tell them and ask them how much that that treatment is going to cost, and then have that information as well. So right here, you're gonna now we move down to number 4. You must ask the defendant in person, in writing, or by the phone to pay you before you sue. So we're here to ask you if you have done that, if you have already reached out to the person. If you did, you put yes. If you didn't, then you put no. And if you didn't, give an explanation why you didn't. Like, let's say, oh, that person changed their phone number, or that person blocked me, or I don't know. Like, you give your explanation of why. But if you did, you give further information of what happened. Like, I emailed, like this example right here says, I emailed my landlord with the notice 35 days and he refused to return my deposit. I then texted him asking for my money and he ignores my messages, so I decided to proceed with this small claim. Okay, so that's, you give the explanation right there. So number 5, why are you filing your claim at this courthouse? You're going to read all the options right here and see which one best fits your situation. Like in A, that's where, let's say, you're suing in that courthouse because that's where your landlord lives or does business, then you're going to click on A. And then if it's not, then you go ahead and see all these examples, and you click on whichever one best fits. And then number 6, list the zip code of the place checked in on 5. So right here, let's say you clicked on A, and it's because that's where your landlord does business, then you just put that zip code. Okay. And now we move down to number 7. 7 is your claim about an attorney, client fees. If it is, then you put yes. If it's not, then you put no. Number 8, yes. If you're not, then you put no. Okay. Number 9 just asks you if you have filed 12 claims before in the past 12 months. If you have, you put yes. If you know, then you put no. So number 10 is your claim for more than 2,500. Since this person, Sophia, is asking only for 1,500, so we're going to put no. If it is, then you put yes. And then right here, you just fill out your information. And don't worry, because I know that since you're filling out this information here, it doesn't allow you to sign unless you have a smart, like, DocuSign or anything like that. It won't allow you to sign, so just print it out, and once you print it out, just sign it. Okay, so that's step 1. Once you have this filed, you're going to print this out. You could print it out as staples. Whenever you want to print out this papers, you could print them out, and then you go to this courthouse that you're filing. This one right here, let's say it's whichever one you're going to, it's going to be right here. You're going to go to that one, and you're going to go, if you don't know where exactly it's at, because in courthouses they have like different like buildings, like first floor, second floor, the third floor. You could ask the person in the front, which the security people, you could ask them, oh, where's the office for the small claims, and they'll let you know. They'll be like, oh, it's on the third floor. So then you go ahead and go and turn these papers in. You turn these in, and the clerk is gonna stamp it right here, and he or she is going to give you a date and a time, and they will ask you like, okay, we have this available, which time, what date works best, and then they're going to file this up, and then that's when they're going to give you a case number. And then once that's done, once you have filed it, the clerk is going to make 3 copies. 3 copies of this, with in the back it's going to have further information about the small claim, just more information that you could know about the procedure. Once you have those 3 packages, make sure to keep one, and then the other one you're gonna have to serve the person that you're suing. So that's when step 2 comes into place. Okay. So what does it mean to serve a person? That means you have to turn in this paperwork, all these files that the clerk is gonna give you. You have to give it to the person you're suing, but it can't be you. You can't. It can't be you physically going. It has to be either a friend or someone that you know that's 18 and older, or there's already companies that do it for you, and will file all of this out for you and email this so then you could just turn it in. So, and I will give a company that I have used in the past that they're really good. So um, you have an idea of who you could contact. You could also go on Yelp and look up, um, you know, serving small claims or anything, and they will show up. So once you have done that, and by the way, that has to be done 15 days before your court date. You have to turn this in 15 days before. You have to also, serve the person 15 days before. So I recommend you do it as soon as possible. And then this is just an example of how it should be. So right here on one, you put the defendant's name. You file this. Since you're gonna already have your case number, you're gonna put this in right here, and then you're gonna put the hearing date. You're also the SC100. That's the one you're gonna click. And I'm like giving you a rundown of how this is supposed to be, in case you ask a friend, in case like you want to save some money and you ask a friend to do it for you. So you have an idea of how you have to file this. But if you find someone to do it, like someone professional to do it, then they will know how to do this and they will fill it out for you. Yes. And then once this is done, same thing, you print it out and you go and turn it in that same office that you went to file your small claim. So it's going to be right here. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 is going to be the evidence. So the evidence to have is like emails, like you contacting the person, the pictures of the incident, like if that person hit your car, whatever damage they caused or anything, you're going to take pictures and keep all those files, keep those pictures, keep contact information of you, like contacting them and asking them to pay you and then refusing. The invoices too, like I had said, you remember, like if you ask a professional, like, oh, how much would this cost me, how much would this repair cost me, ask them to give you an invoice and include all of that into the evidence. And then that has to be turned in no later than 10 days before the hearing date. You could either drop off at the same office, or you could mail it to the courthouse. There's also a drop off boxes. It's gonna give you all that information in the back of the packages. You gather your evidence, you also have to mail that in to the person that you're suing. So you have to mail it to the person that you're suing, and you have to turn it into the courthouse. So you make sure to do that. That's very important, because the day of the court, the judge is going to ask the person that you're suing if they received the evidence, and it's going to be a problem if they didn't. And also make sure, if you are going to mail it to the person, make sure that you keep the receipts of, when you go and mail things and you get the stamps and everything. Make sure to keep all those receipts. So if the person claims that they didn't receive it and you know that you did send it to them, you have those receipts to show the judge that yes, I did give it to that person. For your evidence, you have to send it to the person that you're suing, which is the defendant, and turn it into the courthouse. Okay, so once that's done, and also, let's say that you're a business, you're an LLC, and you're suing the landlord, a landlord or something. You have to fill out this SC 109 saying that you're going to appear for your LLC. And that's the information that you're going to put. You're going to fill out this SC 109, and you should turn that in to you should turn it in, might as well, with the evidence, but only this SC-109 only needs to be sent to the courthouse. You don't have to send it to the defendant. This is just for the courthouse to know that you're going to appear. Or let's say that like Sophia right here in this example, let's say Sophia Rodriguez can't go, but she's gonna have her husband go, then he has to fill this out just so the judge knows who's appearing for the court, because all this information is public, and you have to do everything that it asks you for. And then right here you just fill out the information, like the case number, the case name. You just file it out, and then you have to turn this one in 5 days before. You only do this one, you only do the SC-109 if someone else is going to appear for you, or if you're an LLC and you're going to appear for your LLC. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you're an LLC and you're going to appear, and let's say you're in a partnership, only one person has to go, not both of you guys. If you're in a partnership or anything, or let's say that you are an LLC and you're suing someone else and you want to send an employee, then you have to file this one out and then say that the employee is going to appear. So yeah, that's just, this one is just if you're gonna have someone else appear for you. If you're not, then you don't have to stress this one out and forget about this one. Okay. And then as well, another thing, and this one, and this package is also going to tell you, and the clerk usually tells you too, like when you turn in the small claim, that you have the opportunity to show up online. You don't have to show up in person. You could just do it online. And if you are going to do it online, you have to enroll into this. You have to do the form and pretty much just make an appointment that you're going to show up online, and you have to do that 5 days before the court date. Yeah, 5 days before. This one, if you are going to appear online, you have to register here. Right here is asking you, is your hearing starting within 30 minutes? No. Is your hearing date more than 30 days away? Let's say your hearing date is going to be in 15 days, and just put no. Do you have evidence, receipts, pictures that you want to present to the judge? And that's where, if you do have your evidence, you put yes. And then right here it says you must present your evidence 10 days prior to hearing date. Otherwise, you must appear in person. So that's important. If you didn't send out your evidence 10 days before, then you're just going to have to appear in person. But yeah, if you have done it, then you continue to schedule a remote appearance. Okay, and then right here it's gonna send you to this. You're gonna sign up. You're going to sign up, and you're gonna put all your information, and then create. And then once you have created this, it's going to tell you that you're going to receive an email, and it's just straight to the point already. And then on that day of your hearing date, you're going to log in into this. It's going to send you an email too of this website, so you can easily just go in and log in. If you want to keep everything organized, maybe you could open up a Google Docs and then have all these important things, put the links right there, and have everything just ready to go for you, so it's not stressful that day. And yeah, so that's pretty much the process. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. And if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I will do my best to help you or to answer any questions. If you have gone through this and you want to bring up something that maybe I didn't say right here, or want to help someone else, you could comment down below and say anything that has helped you with this, or that you would recommend for others.